Hello, my name is Donna Williams, and I'm going to read a couple of excerpts from the book Like Colour to the Blind. This is the third book in the autobiographical series, so there's Nobody Nowhere, Somebody Somewhere, then Like Colour to the Blind, and the fourth book is Everyday Heaven. Okay, this is about, this particular excerpt is about time at a care home. "Feel free to wander around," said the woman who managed the place. Ian and I wandered down to the craft centre. A big dark giant approached me and he put his hands gently on my shoulders as he leaned forward and he stared at me intently, but gently into my eyes. I felt his warmth and his realness, and I guessed that he was looking for mine. A worker approached us. "Say hello, Cleo," said the woman in a sort of irritating, patronising sing-song that you sometimes hear from teachers who work in special ed. Cleo's eyes grew wide and manic. A plastic push-button smile sprang instantly across his face. "Hello," came the robotic words booming from his mouth. The worker, having done her job, walked away. The smile left along with the performance, and so did Cleo. He walked over to Ian and put a hand on his shoulder. Ian put out one of his own hands on Cleo's shoulder, and they searched each other's eyes in silence. The worker bounded over again like some vigilante with a save-the-world martyr purpose. "Say hello," she prodded Cleo as he stood with Ian. Cleo jumped away from Ian and with the same manic smile springing to his face, "Hello, how are you?" came the robotic though animated words just as before. He waited for no answer, because performances don't need answers, unless they too are in the learned script. The worker took Cleo's hand and led him to the craft room like a pup on a leash. I saw some paint on the light switch. Feeling out of control, I felt compelled to even it up. "Leave the light switch alone," came the voice of one of the other workers there. When she realised I wasn't turning it off after all, her voice changed. "Oh, you like light switches," she said, as though speaking to a very small child. "We have other light switches." Ian and I walked to the other side of the room. "No misunderstanding, no misinterpretation, no misunderstanding, no misinterpretation," a man repeated. He kept talking to everyone and no one at an ever-increasing, anxious, increasingly unintelligible pace. "No misinterpretation, no misunderstanding, no misunderstanding, no misunderstanding, no misinterpretation," as though to others he probably looked like he was talking to himself. He came over to where we were standing and he finally fell silent. Cleo approached us and stood silently in Ian's company. Another worker came over. "Say hello," she prodded Cleo. "He's already said hello in his own way," said Ian, fed up with the same robot training theatrics that he'd seen enough of in his own life. The first worker bounded over to join us. "Oh, we encourage them to be polite," she said authoritatively. "You want to be polite, don't you, Cleo?" she said at Cleo. Cleo stood like a stunned child in the centre of a domestic dispute. The noise from the others in the room grew restless. The room felt like a cage full of birds with a cat in it. Ian explained his views on treating people as puppets. The woman reached out and took hold of Cleo's chin with her hand. She wiggled it from side to side as though he was a toy. "He doesn't understand anything, though, do you, Cleo?" she said in a sickening sing-song, as though she was speaking to a plant. Even in this place, that was meant to be a haven, there were corners of perversity, arrogance, and ignorance. Ian and I felt bad and went to leave. A woman with autism made a beeline for the door. On her way, without looking at me, she reached out and gently patted me on the shoulder. Her silence spoke so loudly. Ian and I took a room at a nearby hotel. The manager of the community had phoned ahead for us. "Oh yes, this way to the room," said the woman slowly, showing us up the stairs. The phone rang out in the corridor. "Oh, excuse me," said the woman. "We've got 2 disabled people staying with us," she said into the phone in a gossipy, loud whisper. She pronounced the word disabled in the manner that some people use when speaking about things to do with sex organs. Ian and I looked at each other. "Disabled people," we whispered jokingly. Thank you. Like colour to the play.